How is everybody doing today? I am on day 20 of my hashtag February fasting. Today is the last day of my fast. You can see there's a part of me that's kind of giddy because I'm like I've said, I'm a closet foodie. I love the different flavor profiles and tastes. It was one of the things that my mother, she gave me a very broad palate and exposed me to a whole wide range of foods in my younger years. So I love food, just from breads to pastas to fruits and vegetables. So while I do this fasting for health and healing, my eyes are hungry the entire time. Coming back to it, this is my third year doing this. I do it for health. I do it for internal healing. I do it for quality of life, both now and in the future. I think I've tried to convey in my posts, energy's been there for me to continue to work. In this 20 days, generally I work 7 days a week. I lost 2 days, I lost 2 days worth of work. So while I started working out in the beginning, and when the energy level started going down, I quit working out. Well, when the energy level came back up, I had 2 days that I wasn't working, which created a backlog. I was more focused on redirecting my energy to catching up and continuing on with all the work than I was actually going and working out. But between having multiple operations and the travel and the movement, I got plenty of exercise. I just didn't dedicate time to trying to exercise again. But through the whole process, while there have been times where admittedly I was a little more easily agitated than others, for the most part, the entire process is a very calm and I'll use the word enlightening experience, because from day 10 to day 20, there is a heightened mental clarity that I think most people do not experience, potentially that can only be experienced through fasting. I don't know. I have never experienced it any other way, but it's a very fascinating, very sharp, clear feeling that in all 3 years I've had this experience that it's been, we'll just say, very cool. Point is, I have had a lot of people ask about, could they do I think they would have the potential of? I can't answer that. That's for each individual. Your body reacts differently. I can say, outside of those 2 days, I have not generally been in a loss for energy. I have been able to accomplish every task that I normally set out to do. Okay, so I'm at the end of this. I'm at the 20 days, and I have to start looking to break the fast, which leads to the next process of this. You do not fast for this long and give your gut this kind of vacation and rest and just start the next day eating solid foods. It would be like giving a newborn baby a chicken nugget and saying, here, eat this. I saw a story many years ago on YouTube of a gentleman that fasted for 20 days, went out and got a double quarter pounder, a double cheeseburger, and he ended up in the hospital, everything clogged up and blocked up. You can't shut your digestive down like that without slowly process waking it up and getting your stomach and your digestive and your bowels to slowly start functioning properly. So tonight I will start the process of priming my system, kind of, like when you're shaking somebody, you're trying to lightly wake them up. There are ways in fasting that you slowly start the actual process of waking your digestive system up, and then slowly starting the feeding process itself to give the little things. Another beat. Slowly starting the process to introduce more liquid and softer foods that easily will pass through your system. to start slowly introducing foods that start very liquidy and then move slightly thicker before you ever move into solids. You want to ensure that your system is actually processing correctly before you reintroduce solids. From the research that I've saw, as a general rule, if you're going to fast, that's one extra day that you give your body time to wake up. For every week that you fast, you need to add on another day. So in essence, I fasted for 3 weeks. So I fasted plus week 1, 2, 3. I'm going to be 4 days working my body through the process of reintroducing semi-solids and then solids to turn everything back on and get it back to functioning properly. In the later videos, I will go into a lot of detail about the specific things I use to actually restart my system. But the point is, it is a process. You don't just run out and eat solid foods. That would be as dangerous and unhealthy as not fasting correctly. And when I say fasting correctly, I'm talking about not keeping up on your electrolytes, not keeping up on your sodium, not taking care of yourself, not listening to your body. Your body is so fascinating that there's many ways to heal it, many ways to make it work better, and many ways to damage it. I just encourage the knowledge and the research so that you don't do the latter. Okay, day 20. I mean, I'm a happy man because I did it, and I'm happy because I'm within days of really starting to be able to dig back into the food that that I'm very much wanting to eat. I do want to close this by saying that there's one thing that I didn't talk about through all of this. Why do I fast in February? And it's simple, 3 reasons. One, you're past all of the holidays because man, there ain't nothing like a good home cooked meal, and I don't want to give that up. So getting past all of that, February made sense. 2, February is cold. I tried fasting in the summertime and found the heat to be overly oppressive, and after 4 days I broke the fast because the heat was just too draining quickly of the energy. And 3, my birthday is at the beginning of March, and I look at this as I'm doing something to make myself feel better so that when I turn 1 year older, I feel better going into that next year. And if I'm going to fast for 20 days in February, well, then my birthday is a perfect time to treat myself and give myself a pretty cool birthday present for everything that I did in February, because it's not easy to do. And in general, if you're taking charge of your health, nothing worth having is easy. It's a hard process, but can't wait to get to that part because I'll be talking about how I treat myself in the first week of March. All right, I'm done. Talk to you guys in a couple days. Have a good one.